Welcome back, Labs Quest Barbecue Shows. We got a big show, actually. Going to cook a bunch of things. The star of this show, one of the stars of the show, is this brand new Jealous Devil ONYX charcoal. Apparently, it's been 4 years in the making, and it burns hot and strong. So we're going to experiment with it. So that's the kind of the fuel, anyway. That's so to speak. We are going to make a delicious cowboy tomahawk steak using Pitmaster's Choice seasonings. Given that a go, we're actually going to smoke on the Yoder with Pitmaster Choice pellets and finish it up on the Komado. I'm going to put this in my Komado. We are also going to make Zaatar chicken and yogurt, and that's going to be delicious yogurt and onions. We're going to spatchcock this chicken. Thank you, Smoke Show, for the Zaatar spicing. It was some of the best I've been able to find. So anyway, big show, lots going on. Thanks for following, thanks for liking. By the way, my friends at Yoder are picking up some of the recipes from the show and putting them on their great recipe pages. So go over and check it out. We've got a couple of my recipes up there. Thanks to the folks at Yoder for doing that. And if you're considering buying a smoker, do check out my Yoder YS60 review. I think we're 35,000 views, so quite a popular episode. Anyway, let's get started. All right, let's get to the tomahawk. So again, on this fantastic piece of meat, we're going to put the Pitmaster Choice steak and bovine. We're going to cook on the Yoder at 225 for probably about 45 minutes to an hour to kind of smoke it and get it started. And then we're going to finish it on the Komado with the ONYX charcoal and see how that goes. So whiskey barrel ONYX. So let's get going. Not much to do here. Let's just crank it open out of packaging. We're going to put a little aluminum foil. Thank you, Andrew Turner, for the tip. A little aluminum foil on the bone part, because I've done that before and the bone literally has fallen apart, and not in a good way. A beautiful, beautiful tomahawk from Dry Aged in Mississauga. Check that out. And not much, if anything. There's really nothing to do here, but you know, kind of marvel in its bigness. Look at how thick that is. It's a huge steak. Simply what we're going to do, put a little olive oil on it. There we go. A little olive oil on both sides. Not much. A little adhesion all around. And then we're going to try this Pitmaster's Choice steak and bovine seasoning. There we go. Big chunks, big flavor. The aroma is fantastic. It's a big piece of meat, so it could take a lot of seasoning. And let's get some on the edges here. There's salt, I believe. Let's see what's in here. Kosher salt, herbs and spices. So I'm not salting or putting anything else on except for this seasoning. So let's now get a little bit of aluminum foil, because I want to wrap that. Oh my goodness, what a difference it makes cooking on this thing. This whole bench with all my tools down here, game changer. All right, let's wrap this up. So there you go, ready to go in this. Oh, one thing, I wanted to put in my meter. Now I bought the next generation of meters. I wasn't happy with the first generation. It didn't seem to get through the Yoder, for example, but this second generation is much, much better. So let's get this in. You got to do it up to the finishing line here. There we go. There, and then we'll get that onto the Yoder. All right, well, let's get going. So once again, we're talking about this ONYX. Pretty exciting. I don't know, as exciting as charcoal gets for me. I don't know, it's kind of fun. Try something new and different. Let's see if it lives up to its reputation or billing. I'll put a link in. They got a great video. Watch it yourself. Now, I bought this at the Barbecue Galore here locally. Their tip for me was to start it, actually, charcoal on charcoal. Start it on a base of charcoal, that it takes longer to get going, but once it's hot, it stays hot. Who knows? Maybe this is the heat in here for the rest of the weekend and the rest of the cooking. For sure, I'm going to cook the spatchcock chicken and finish the tomahawk. But anyway, so we got a base of charcoal in one of these chimneys, which they also advise to use. I used anyway. So this is the charcoal. Check that out. What they call the Binchotan charcoal. This is the, anyway, just remember ONYX. Very dense. And let's fill the rest of my chimney up with that. I guess it's about halfway. I put regular charcoal, which is actually regular Jealous Devil charcoal. And now let's fill it up with some of this new charcoal. We won't pack it too much. We'll let lots of air get through there. All right. As always, we'll get a bunch of starters here. We want to get it all going in a fast start. Let's see what happens. All right, there we go. We'll let that be. I'm gonna go prepare the chicken for now. Get that ready. That chicken needs to marinate for a couple hours, but let's see what happens. All right, let's get our chicken going. This one, a whole chicken from our friends at Dry Aged in Mississauga. It's free range, hormone free, organic, which all those terms we love to hear. So let's start with a little bit of spatchcocking of this chicken. It's a slippery bird, there we go. You find this center bone, which is the neck that runs down here, and we'll take it out on both sides. Get yourself not regular scissors, but these kind of big shears. Watch what you're cutting as you crunch through. Make sure that's not your finger that you're cutting. I guess that would be the chicken's revenge on you. And I'll move to the other side. All right, so we cut the center out. Let's do a little snip here. That's good. And then we flip this over and we wait for the crack. Like Dr. Bo Hightower, right? You get the crack going. All right, so there's a chicken. Now what we want to do is make a marinade that chicken is going to go in. Now onto this chicken, I do like to add Cattleman's Grill on all my chicken, no matter what I'm doing for it, because it just seasons it up. It adds this kind of the salt and pepper and some other magic and secret stuff. All right, thank you to All Barbecue Canada for my supply all the time of great stuff. All right, now let's make our marinade. We'll slide this aside. We got some Greek yogurt, and we're gonna put in a cup of that yogurt. And then we're gonna put in lots of garlic. So in this case, I've got some of this garlic. I may not have enough paste left here. Yeah, I'm a little shy on paste. I think I'd like more garlic, so I'm gonna go get some. Oh, that's not bad, actually. I'm gonna put a little bit of ginger in here. Again, bit of ginger taste. Then we're gonna put in, of course, the smoke show, Zaatar. I'm putting in about a tablespoon, generous tablespoon. So let's zest a couple of lemons in here. With this great zester, Lee Valley Tools, this microplaner is the zester to beat all zesters. All right, got 1, 2. All right, and then add some olive oil, a generous amount. What's that? Probably 2-3 teaspoons of olive oil. We'll mix that all up. And then in will go our chicken. Take this, comme ça. Now you can see, get myself a glove. We're gonna smush that around a little bit. There we go. See, we're gonna marinate the chicken comme ça. And we'll let all that marinate in for at least 2 hours. Whew, smoking hot. Let's see how much time has transpired. Yeah, it was about 20 minutes, probably even a little sooner. I didn't watch it minute by minute, but it looks flaming red hot. Let's get this poured out. Let's spread that around a bit. Into and onto that, I'm going to get a couple of cookwood, some oak, and see how that starts to heat up. And let's see, I don't know, let's see. It's a good test for it, actually. I am going to put the dividers in. So we'll have a good sense that it's going to start smoking real quick. We'll get our base in, then we're going to close it up. There we go. We'll open it up to about a 2. And let's see what this ONYX is all about. Let's see how the temperature goes up. Okay, the Yoder has hit 225. We're going to hold at 225 probably for at least 40-45 minutes. Maybe even longer. And we'll put our tomahawk or cowboy steak in. As you can see, we already got one on there. A nice T-bone, grass-fed T-bone that is unseasoned but smoking. That's for Chef Emmett. We're gonna put this one in as well. There you go. We'll set up the meter. Will it connect? Will it connect? Sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. Come on, connect. Oh, the base is somewhere else. Problem. I always forget to have the base near. It's one of the advantages of the plug-in thermometers, but because I'm moving it from the Yoder somewhere else, I want to use the meter. And there we go. Let's set up our cook. We're into beef. And what have we got here? Oh, tomahawk. Look, there's even a selection for tomahawk. We're on a smoker, and we'll start to cook. So we'll be moving it back and forth, but the temperature, we'll keep an eye on the temperature as we go. All right, it's been another 20 minutes. We are holding nice and steady, even with that amount, even with that wood on it. You can see some nice smoke coming out at 400. In fact, that could be a little less. We're going to see it a little more. So I'll just turn that down a little bit. And let's get our chicken. It's been sitting for a couple of hours. Okay, so once again, my microphone went out, but I didn't notice it. Here I am just cleaning up the grill and adding on this top part, cleaning that up a little bit. And, you know, everything so far so good, right? So I'm putting the chicken on, laying it on, and it gets some beautiful smoke coming out of there. We get some flames going. So, right, so everything looks like it is going well. So this is a bit of a, oh, there's Ziggy Dog sniffing around. Welcome, Ziggy. And patting on the thing, closing it up. All right. So everything looks fine here. Now, the temperature really dropped when I opened it up, but I wasn't too concerned. And then I closed the vent down to 1. There I am setting up my meter, which works perfectly. The new meters work fine. Excellent. Yeah, there's the thumbs up sign. Now, here's what I found. The temperature dropped but never came back. So I was quite disappointed because I thought this super strong, super hot new ONYX would kind of really pick up. So maybe I put not enough charcoal in. So I had to abandon the whole thing. Couldn't get the temperature up past 300, so I moved to the Crown Verity. Now, it did smoke. As you can see, that chicken got a nice amount of smoke, but I just couldn't, you know, I had family waiting. We had to go. So anyway, I finished it up on the Crown Verity. And of course, the beauty of the Crown Verity is I can fire that thing up, and in 5 minutes, I'm up to 600 degrees. So there you go. I moved everything. You got some baked sweet potatoes going. Anyway, so I did some direct heat, some indirect heat, put it on there. I wanted to hurry things up. It was getting late. I thought the chicken would be ready already. So we moved everything to the Crown Verity, including the cowboy steak. Now, that looks delicious. It's been smoking on the Yoder. That handle is fine. Grab that handle and put that on the Crown Verity as well to finish. Again, the plan wasn't to do that. It was to finish on the Komado, but the ONYX kind of let me down. Now, maybe I didn't put enough in. I'm going to give it another try. But anyway, there's the chicken wings I did for the molasses chicken wings, and now you know why they came out a little singed, because I put them on and I was managing a lot of food here, actually a couple episodes at the same time. Anyway, the Crown Verity, it's a beast. It'll take care of everything. And as it did, so everything warmed up. Now, here I am. You can see the chicken's ready. The cowboy steak is ready. Here I am putting some delicious, delicious Ontario blue cheese from my very good friend Girth at Lakeview Cheese Galore. Now, that you will find that in Mississauga. So Lakeview Cheese, best cheese shop, I think, in the GTA. So anyway, go there for your bespoke cheese. I'll put a link in the show notes. So chicken is done. I put it on my new board. Got that from Barbecue Galore, by the way. Weekly special for $10. What a great deal. Anyway, chicken looks amazing. It's well cooked now. The Crown Verity has done its work. Got some sweet potatoes there that came off the grill. There it is, kind of resting. And this aluminum foil, once again, thanks, Andrew, for the advice. The aluminum foil trick, great. Look, it's a nice whole piece, great for presentation. Now here I'll use my knife and slice that bone out before I present and cut, and that works super, super well. I've obviously moved inside. I started to lose a bit of the light, so the cheese is now melting nicely, and I'll slice this steak up. Now, a little tip or a hack for you there. How am I holding a very hot steak? Well, you can see I've got a cotton glove with my black disposable glove on top of it. It took me years to figure that out, how people weren't burning their hands, but it is another game changer. That's right, it's a game changer to have that cotton glove on, because you can hold very hot food, or pretty hot food anyway, and carve it up quite nicely, you know, without having to use tongs or anything like that. Juicy, it's perfectly cooked. Thanks to you. The meter is very useful in this, the combination of the meter and the Crown Verity. There's the chicken. I've carved it up, and it is perfectly cooked as well. Smells amazing. There's Gabe wearing the Last Request Barbecue swag. He's trying the steak. Oh, we get the Gabe nod of approval this time. We get the nod of approval for that steak with the delicious blue cheese on it. And it turned out really, really well. In fact, the next day I gave some to my mom, and she continued to enjoy it. There's the chicken now. Gabe's going to try. He's my number one tester at this meal. He's going to try the chicken as well, the chicken Zaatar. And do we get the Gabe nod of approval? We get the Gabe nod of approval. All right. He's not speechless, but he's saying this is really good chicken. Again, my mic went out. I got a little thumbs up there too as well. But of the two, the steak is the winner. It turned out really good. Thumbs up. There it is, the Gabe. Thumbs up. And he's wearing the great swag, so there you go.